Hello everybody, and a happy middle bit. This is the bit where none of us know what day it is or what's going on. There's nothing much in the news, all the tinsel's gone away. Are we getting ready for New Year? Have we started our New Year's resolutions already? I just think it's fantastic looking at the news. And all these strikers have made no difference to any of us, really. All the Brits get on with it. Yes, we'd like everyone to earn some more money, especially the nurses and the firemen. I'm not too sure about a 70 grand a year railway driver, but there you go. But Mick, you'll sort it out. I'm sure you will. You look a tough chap. I just think it's fantastic now that the military are taking over the borders, right? So when you land now, you're straight through. There's 1 million people in there and they're out in 10 seconds. And of course, all the Jobsworth, oh, well, they're not looking at the things, you see, because they're not being Jobsworths. They're getting the job done. And it's amazing, isn't it, really, that the military can do it perfectly. And Border Force, who let in 40,000 people across the channel this year, right, can't do a thing. Well, Border Force, go away. Let the military do it. What else can we do? Will the military be able to do the fires? Not sure. They built a hospital, didn't they? They can do most of it. Postman? Yes! I think they'll do it all. I'll probably be replaced by a soldier in a couple of weeks' time. I nearly did have to get replaced because I had the terrible lurgy. You know, the coughing and the spluttering and the hot and gobbing and all the lolloping down a sneezy. Oh, well. I had the worst thing. You know what cures a sneeze and a cough? Bad tum. I suddenly, having had a mouthful of Lemsip, they say is crap, so if you put a scotch in it, this is fine. So I drove my brother back to Leg Dragger Land, that's Dartford to you and I, and so 3-hour trip there, 2.5-hour trip back, and I thought, awful, I felt this cough and cold and a lot of bit, and I didn't even have a hangover, so I went in, unusual, so I went in and poured myself a Lemsip and put a large scotch in it, and I had a drink of that, and I suddenly felt a little better. I'm still snotty, I could breathe a bit better. And then I sat and thought, what is this going on in my stomach? And the pains in my stomach, and then I felt awful on my head. I was like, oh, you turn into Droopy the dog, don't you? So I went upstairs. Well, listen, I've not been sick since I was a kid, really, but this was weapons grade vomit. I swear to God, I could have took the pebble dash off a council house from 60 yards with this. The speed it was coming at, it hits the back of your railings, and the colours of it, seriously, it looked like a Pink Floyd laser show coming out, all a bit horrible. And so then I thought, oh, hang on a minute. So now I've got to go on the other end. So I make the flush, and then I've got both ends going. And I know what it is. I know why this happens. When you're being sick, Joy did that. When you're being sick and there's nothing else to be sick, you always, if you've got a bad tum, out comes the brown smoke trail, doesn't it, eh? Writing Zorro on the bathroom wall. And don't be ashamed of that. We've all done it, and I know what it is. Your arsehole is a release valve for your body, isn't it? For pressure. Otherwise your eyeballs, you know, when you're being sick like that, there's so much pressure builds up, your arse releases the pressure. Anyway, let's move on now. I'm feeling a slightly bit better. I remember doing that once, you know. I had a bit of cough and a follow through when I was playing Idle Jim in a pantomime in Birmingham, when I was allowed to do such things, or even appear in Birmingham. Such is the wokeness of the world now. Anyway, I was on stage dressed as a Bay City roller, and I'd been out the night, all week, every night, with Roy Wood from Wizard. And he loves a curry and a beer, so I joined in. Well, I coughed on stage. And you know, it never, ever trust a fart, as the title says. Well, from the front, I looked like Les McEwen from the Bay City Rollers. From the back, Andy McNabb in a sniper's outfit. And all the dancers were pointing like that. Hey, Jimmy's... everyone come to the stage door corner. Jim has followed through. So all these girls that I wanted to mess around with are all now no chance whatsoever. All the guys laughing their heads off. And in the end, I went back to my room and I got this costume and I put it in a bag and threw it away. And I said to the costume lady, someone's nicked my costume. She obviously knew and didn't embarrass me. I said, someone's stolen it. So that's it. So now it's cured my cough. But I'm feeling a little bit better now. I haven't taken any Imodium or anything like that. I think the best thing is to get rid of it. I've taken some Bisto, thicken it up a bit. And talking of get well soon, our friend Denzel Connick, who sadly lost a leg in the Falklands War on Mount Longdon all those years ago, has, after coming here for our Christmas party, which you saw recorded, and you saw him on there, you can see Denzel speaking. You can also see him on the brilliant Pull Up a Sandbag. Anyway, he had a heart attack. I mean, that's what you call a hangover, isn't it? Had a heart attack. He's bad enough having one leg, but he's had a heart attack. And he's gone into hospital, and he's had a couple of stents put in. But being a tough Welsh paratrooper, he's doing okay. In fact, he's doing so okay, they're going to bung another couple of stents in today. And today is the day before New Year's Eve. I've had to cancel my New Year's Eve party I was supposed to be having because of the dreaded lurgy, and it's not right to, and I don't feel up to it, and I've got to eat white food as well. So that ruled out my friend Miles Crawford coming, because he's black and he only eats black food. So that is the end of that. So I will nip over now and speak to our members at Ustream. I hope you're going to join. You will enjoy it. You can always leave, can't you? It's £4 odd, £4 something. That includes the VAT for a month, and then you can leave. In fact, you can leave just after you've joined, but you won't want to, because we've got the comedians coming up, and that is. I really have to apologise for this. This would never ever be allowed on terrestrial television. And also Jethro as well. Jethro, funniest man on earth, arguably. And he's on New Year's Day. But New Year's Eve, we have the comedians. Here's a clip that I'm going to go and speak to my members at Ustream. You should come along. Go to ustream.com, sign up, because in a couple of weeks we'll be on the television. You can sign up to ustream.com for a month or a year. You get 2 months off if you sign for a year. And then go to your television, select your app, put your password, log in. Bob is your uncle. And you can sit there with Bob and have a jolly good time. I think I've dosed myself quite well to do this. Mind you, I daren't cough, otherwise that wall will change colour. Happy New Year. Let's go and speak to the members. Proper comedians. On the first show, Cerys Nelms, Jimmy Jones, Clive Cooper, Mike Osmond, and the brilliant Mick Miller. Proper comedians on New Year's Day, only on Ustream.
Join the irrepressible Jethro as he treats us to some more of his own special insights into the workings of the world.
I'm not in a very good mood.
Filmed in Wisbech, Worthing and Weston-super-Mare.
I can lose weight, but you'll always be a mouthy bastard. What there?
The late, great and gleefully potty-mouthed comic is at his very best with this combination of classic sketches and live stand-up.
What a load of bollocks. And there's a woman come and sit beside me. Right. I'm not narrow, but her ass was that wide. Between us, we had one cheek in the aisle.
Watch the Cornish comedian with comic timing like no other in Rule Britannia, streaming exclusively on Ustream from December the 31st.